Greetings. Now we are going to work with files, right? So say, for example, we have a file, we have a text file, right? And we want Python to see what's in the text, to see what's inside the text file. This is how we read files in Python, right? So we use this with block, and with block is something like a function. But what it basically allows for is to handle anything that could go wrong. Say if the file is written in like a different coding, say if a file is written in a different language and all that good stuff, say if there's an error while reading to the file. This, if you put it for with block, right, this is just as the same as f equals open, is equal, where it's just that open and whatever that text is in there, right, file read, but it's the same. The only difference is that it handles all the errors that can go wrong, right? So we use that with block to open it. And right, if you want, when we go ahead, we get a file. So this file right here is that file object. If you want to read the file itself, we call the read function on it. It's a read function. So f.read has a function called equals text. Remember the return statement. So this returned everything in the file, right? And now we say text dot split by new lines, right? Because we know that usually new lines, remember new lines is a space, and when we get a text file, it usually have lines of text one line after another, right? So to see a meaningfully, right, we want to be able to split that all up, right? So we run this file, right? We get everything on each line. So order of viz was online, .1 intro was online, .2 tips was online, right? So that's where you see the file. And if you want to just see the file by itself, right, how it first came in, it came in as one string. And even though everything looks like it's on a new line, you have to remember that there's new lines in here, that there's new lines, that every time you see a new line, a line go on a new line, there's that new line character that's being involved in it that Python does not show us, right? So we have to split it in order to look for items line by line. And in order to see that, we can use a for loop, right, for I. So now we have a list. Right, so for I in text list, we want to print I. And now we get to work with these line by line. So I want you to do, I want you to create 5 text files. Fill them up with anything. Here is just like the order of vids that I want you to look at the videos, fill them up with anything, make 5 text files, and then open them for reading and read out those 5 text files with this format. Once you're done, we'll move on to the next section.